Welcome back to Total Tank Simulator. So I've been given another early access look at this game, and according to Steam it still doesn't have a date upon which it's going to be released. So this is some pretty cool stuff that we get to check it out early. But yeah, it still just says early 2020. But one of the cool things that has been added is that the Germans are now available. Before we had the Russians and the Americans. The Russians are still available, but now we get access to the Germans. And I need to choose my name, so I'm gonna make it as German as I can think of. Hans von Fritz. So I wonder who's gonna talk to us today. Hopefully not the Führer. He's a little edgy, you know. Oh, is that Rommel? This is an offensive act. That could be taken two different ways. If you're Polish, it's definitely offensive. If you're German, it's offensive. All right, so the goal is to capture here. Get to the final mission with as few moves as possible. So we could do here and then there and then here and then there, but that wouldn't be the fastest route, right? So here we go. What's this one? This is a death match. And this one is a wave defense. I kind of want to do a wave defense because this is one of the other ones, and then this is just a death match. So we could do 2 death matches and then finally kill the VIP, which is probably, I don't know. I wonder what the Polish super weapon is. But I feel like wave defense, since it's one of the new ones, would be a lot of fun. So let's go to the tech tree. We don't have any, I guess, Reichsmarks available for us. But we've got access to some artillery. The Kugelwagen. Look at how cute this little thing is. It's like a stupid looking Jeep, but it's so Kubel-y. We've got the Panzer 1 and the Panzer 2. Guess what comes after that? The Panzer 3. Oh my god, the Germans had some crazy looking half tracks. So the first thing we've got to do is fight in the Battle of Gdansk. Now the enemy here has got a lot of infantry, some artillery and anti-tanks, and some light tanks. I'm imagining, whenever I've heard about World War II, it's like the Polish didn't have the best tanks. All right, so let us survey the battlefield. Ooh, I like this little camera introduction. What do we got? Oh, hey, those kill all the enemies. Now, we got to figure out what kind of tanks those are. They've got some static defenses. That was a pretty strong bunker. Lots of infantry and a few more. I'm going to assume that they are light tanks, but we will investigate. Oh, and they have little artillery pieces. Now, the fact that they're yellow and we're fighting on a fall map, color contrast, man. What is this? A 9 TP. It's got light armor. It's an upgraded light tank. Okay. And we want to get here, and they've got cannon artillery pieces. Now, the Germans were famous for a number of things. Most notably, at the beginning of the war, and the Poles saw it the first, was the Blitzkriegen. So I think it's only fitting that we do the Blitzkrieg. Now, unfortunately, my selection is pretty light at the beginning of this campaign. We got the Berger Panzer and a bunch of infantrymen. Oh, we gotta have Stukas. Absolutely. I'm gonna call in 3 Stukas and then a smorgasbord of tanks, which I want to flank the enemy. We're gonna come out of the forest like this. Now, I will want to engage these guys over here, so I'm thinking maybe 2 artillery pieces and some infantry to deal with them. Mostly a distraction force. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I realize that most of you probably won't come home because of where I positioned you on the battlefield. Now it is time. Dear Poland, you are being invaded. So the Poles are just rushing my Germans here, but you can see where the artillery pieces are going off. Oh, are they throwing grenades at me? Artillery pieces. There we go. They're firing. Oh, yeah. They're making pretty good contacts. I think one of those actually took out a tank. So here's the battlefield. Well, I think things are going rather swimmingly so far. The tank battalions seem to have broken up into 2 main columns. Now, one of my favorite things is there's these artillery pieces going on over here, right? Well, let's just go ahead and take command of one of the Panzer 38Ts, or as I like to call them, Panzer Czechs. Because they were Czech designs and not necessarily Germans, but I just got destroyed by a QF 25 pounder. They've got British artillery. So those things are pretty dang good. All right, it would be kind of cool, like, I want my Stukas to go on a bombing run on these artillery pieces. You can see where my tank was. Needless to say, rushing that artillery battalion by myself, it wasn't the best idea, now was it? But while I can take control of the units, I can also just treat it like a classic battle simulator and enjoy it from a bird's eye view here, like I'm a satellite in space. Ooh, there we go. Der Stukas were firing some tracer rounds into the forest. I'm not entirely sure what was back there. But now it's this these artillery pieces. And so our men are just kind of like running up here and just firing rifles at range. And these guys don't have a lot of health. They're not really that well guarded. And I believe I've got incoming artillery from off screen. You see those circles right there? Right there? Guess what that is? Counter artillery, gentlemen. And needless to say, the enemy units are kaput. I swear I've heard that victory sound somewhere else. Okay, so we were rewarded with a considerable amount of funds. So a net positive 4,500 given we spent 6,000 and 200 research points. So what we're going to be doing then is going to our research. Now, one of the things that I really would like to work on is the Blitzkrieg. So we have an upgraded light tank. I don't really care about the officer tanks per se at the moment. Oh, it's 250 research points to get this Panzer II, so we're gonna have to go one more round. And this is a survival, so it's survive a certain amount of waves. Anti-tank gun would be pretty cheap. It's 50 research points. So we'll purchase that, and I think hopefully we're gonna have to use that to survive this. Now, the enemy's gonna be attacking with a lot of tanks. Okay, I guess we could check to see if there's anything else we could use to really take them out. A fighter bomber, an upgraded dive bomber, the Schnell bomber. That means it goes very fast. The Junkers Ju-88, and it shows the deployment cost here. So 360 for a Stuka versus what? 600? Well, I'll be darned. Compare that with the placement cost of 100 for this guy. Oh my god, he's just got machine guns. This is like the Derp Panzer. Oh, and here's the secret weapons. Look at this. We've got the Rata, and then this is the Die Glock, which is like some, pretty much just like an alien UFO. But to get to that, we've got to get the Tiger 2 in the Tiger, and then you have to get the Luva, or the lion, and the mouse. It's like, let's name them after cats, and then after, when it gets bigger, we'll name it after cat's prey, a mouse. Well, I do gotta remember that we do have landmine fields we can use. So, let's try it out. All right, let's see the preview, because I'm pretty sure the Polish used cavalry at the beginning of World War II as well. And I'm really hoping... Wave mission, survive all waves to win the battle. You can only see the first wave right now. Okay, so we got some little Bren carriers. Man, a lot of British weaponry here. The QF 25 pounders, the Bren carriers, or universal carriers. Okay, so they're first attacking from the left, right? It's more of those little like machine gun tanks. And then here's the universal carrier that's set up as a tank destroyer. Oh, that's cute. Look at how cute that little thing is. All right, so they're using tank destroyers and anti-infantry things. So I think we should set up a landmine field. Oh, look at this. I can only set up in this central area. Okay, so they're gonna be coming from that side. I'll block the roads, and I think that's a decent amount. Now, where else? They're gonna be coming from over there and from here. We'll put them on the roads and hope that they come that way. Ha! That's a viable strategy, right? Hope. We will have one aerial Stuka, and I think we want a bunch of infantry. And since they're just so cheap, the Panzer divisions. But I can't spawn any more units. Well, then I might as well get rid of some of my infantry. All right, so wave 1 is coming from the left, or I guess this would be the west. Wow, those anti-tank guns are performing magnificently. Most of the tanks are actually in full retreat here, but they're still getting targeted by my anti-tank guns. Also, the Panzers are moving up, and oh god, hold on. Watch out for the landmines, guys. Those were meant for the bad guys, by the way. So, come on. Take out those things. All right, so this one is disabled underwater. I don't know why they're trying. I'm pretty sure their engines would have been flooded. So wave 2, which we don't know where it's coming from, is a wave of Polish infantry. Foot soldiers. I did manage to purchase some artillery pieces, so we should see those shells fly in here. Oh, there's the Stuka. Oh my god. Okay, those guys that were running on the outside of that house, they are kaput. They're gone. Now what we gotta do is hopefully not lose, well, tanks! Where are you guys? You guys should be intercepting these infantry detachments so they're not taking out our super expensive anti-tank guns. Well, if it's to be, I guess it's up to me, so let's go ahead and take control. Oh my god, look at this. I'm an infantryman now. Oh god, that's a lot of... Let's follow the tank. Oh, that's bad. It's kind of like where you go from classic battle simulator to almost like a more Ravenfield-esque mode. So there we go. We'll leave that tank soldier on the ground here. Now what is this? More infantry? Uh-oh. These are tanks. Oh, they're much the same that we've seen so far. The little machine gun tanks, I think. Or their cannon is just so small, I'm not even sure what the caliber is. I'm not sure of too many tanks that were smaller than 37 millimeters at the beginning of the war. I mean, I'm sure there were, but I'm not familiar with them. A 7TP. I know there's a 7TP with like twin machine guns and it looks stupid. So stupid. But needless to say, our first experience with the wave defense mode went rather swimmingly. Kind of like swimming tanks. Wow, they did not send a lot of resources at me, and I spent all of my money. Oh yeah. So we've achieved victory, and we're very close to ending this chapter. Now it says, look at this, we've got 2 small victory points, and then is this all Act 1? I guess we'll find out. So let's go to the tech tree, and I want to unlock the Panzer II. We've got 400 because I really want to get to a Panzer III medium tank. It costs 200 bucks. Oh, we're so close. And the enemy's got some factories here, some artillery places. I think, wow, 10,000 money limit? Yeah, Panzer IIs, baby. We go from little machine guns to autocannons. All right, so what do the Poles have for us today? The same silly tanks. Kill all the enemies, commandeer. Some bunkers, more tanks. Your tank, oh, anti-tank guns, okay. And some infantry hiding in the woods. And what's this? Oh, that's an airfield that they have. Oh, look at those cute little old Russian planes. I think that's what they are. They've got anti-aircraft guns there. Yeah, so I don't really want to use an air force this time. I'm gonna try just a massive tank rush. And we'll follow it up with a few infantry. It's just massive blitzkrieg here. I guess we could do a few planes to shoot them down. They're kind of expensive though. We'll use 5. And how about some armored cars? They'll be good at dealing with infantry. All right, let's see how the battle unfolds here. Massive tank pushes on either side of this hill. I tried to put a few infantrymen in a tank on that hill, hoping that they would just like distract or aggro a lot of the initial attacks. But I think where I want to be on this battlefield is actually running towards the airfield. Gotta navigate all these trees, man. Oh my god, if Saruman could see this forest, oh, the powers of industry. All right, I hear, oh, I'm getting shot by something. I'm capturing 2 allies versus 2 enemies. Don't flip, baby. Oh, jeez. I'm just destroying these boxes. Okay, 20... We're taking this airfield fast. That worked out very well. You may have an airfield that can pump out new stuff, but it is ours. It's captured! All right, there's not too many enemies still alive according to the map. Oh my god. I'm oh! Why would that man just... They had families. That bomber just flew by. Where is he? That twin-engine bomber just came by and dropped the bomb and took out so many of my tanks. So now at this point, it's pretty much us against the planes, but they're probably running out of ammunition. And you know what else they're running out of? Fuel. So eventually, big boy bomber up there and the little fighter are gonna run out of fuel. They're gonna be forced to land. There's gonna be a pilot running around the battlefield and we're gonna have to destroy him. Now let's try to be this guy. Hey, get up there. I can jump. Okay. Oh, we're getting shot at. And I've got a freaking rifle to use. I got a hit. It didn't do anything for all intents and purposes. But I mean, I'm getting my hits here, boys. It'd be kind of cool if you could like snipe the pilot out. Oh, that's hilarious. I guess all of my fighter planes, see, there we go. You see that oil drop? That means guess who's running out of fuel? This guy. And now he's like, oh, Gus, I guess I gotta glide down here into this forest, okay? I'm gonna use this little machine gun car. Oh man, that guy's dead for sure. I think we shot him before he even landed. But yeah, we will send out Hans and Fritz to investigate in the forest. Oh yeah, this will cause a forest fire. Please don't tell the American bear named Smokey. This is our tank recovery vehicle. Look how cool this thing looks. Very weird. It's like, oh, let's put a box on a tank chassis, dude. Is it me or is that like a Panther chassis? If we have a Panzer chassis, why don't we have the Panzer tanks? All right, now the twin engine guy. All right, first one to get him can go back home before December, or at least we'll give you some winter clothes when we attack Stalingrad in the winter, by the way. Yeah, we'll give you winter clothes for that. Oh, I guess they just die. Is there a dude? Here's the 2 pilots. Now, let's see. There they are. SMG infantry. Oh, these poor idiots. And I think that's a wrap. Jawohl, it's a victory. All the enemies are kaput. So that means I should have enough research points to get my beloved Panzer III. That means I kind of like this, how we kind of have a path that we could take. At least there's 2 different tracks whereby we can get to the final objective. So tech tree. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's test this. It's all infantry. Oh, we have to complete using infantry only. Well, that means we want to upgrade our infantry. We shall get the snipers. That's interesting how I'm gonna get my Panzer III though too. I guess it's high time we look at officers. So let's go ahead and unlock the Panzer I for our officer. Hello there, you look very Aryan, don't you? And you know what? We're gonna give you a Panzer I as your command vehicle instead of a Kugelwagen. All right, the final battle. This is interesting. Infantry only. Are we storming a capital city? No, this is Lomza. This isn't Warsaw. What kind of planes are those? Are those bombers? Hey! VIP officers. Kill all the enemy VIPs to win the battle. Now, are they really gonna make me use infantry only? This is interesting. So the 3 Polish generals, I guess? Not a whole lot there. But what else do they have? I saw some planes overhead. They didn't really look like bomber planes to me. It's a transport plane. No freaking way. This is pretty cool. Lots of infantry now. Ah, look at that. Oh, I was cheeky. Since he's an officer, he's got a tank. I should have purchased more officers, shouldn't I? Well, whoever's in this first village is getting wrecked. Now we're gonna want a lot of snipers on the flanks. I am spawning in so many snipers. If they give me this much money, I'm going to use it. Oh my god, it's a little ridiculous. It really is how many snipers I have on the battlefield. I've spawned too many units and I'm still only at 6,320. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the battle and I'm gonna be the Panzer. What the heck? What? The transport planes? Is that what killed me? Did they drop a bomb? It said ATR. That's a Horsa. What did they do? What did you do to my beautiful boy? You killed him. Oh god, that's not where you want to take a glider right into a tree. All right, what comes out of this? Infantrymen? I'm not seeing anything coming out of the gliders yet, guys. And our infantry is absolutely swarming the battlefield. VIPs. Okay, well, I guess one thing I could do is be part of this German sniper team that's running across the swamps here. Get out of my swamp. Wait, there should be some Polish people ahead of me. Aha, I see some VIPs. I see them creeping in the trees. Air General. All right, let's move in. We'll follow this infantry squad. Hey, they're hiding behind that plane. All right, don't. Hey, I hit an officer. They're moving around all hippity-bippity like, making it real hard to hit them. Oh, come on. Incoming potato masher. Stop moving. Look at these hippies. Look at them. They're dancing. You know what? I think those are the last 2 guys, and we've got them surrounded. Banzai! Wait, do I have another gun? Probably. Oh, yeah. You want some of this? Those are all the bullets from my allies here. Look at how hard they're to hit. I'm gonna fire in a straight line. It's a mini game. I got one. Don't you throw that grenade at me. You're dead, son. All the enemy VIPs have been defeated. It's a shame that I didn't get to use my Panzer IIIs yet. Wow, they had a lot of infantry, but I guess when you have snipers, it surprised me how fast our little Panzer II officer got just absolutely destroyed at the beginning. But we did. We made Erwin Rommel proud. Sehr gut. But do not let this victory go to your head. Oh, it didn't go to my head. We have Dein Waffid, the enemy. How do we do? How do we do? Oh, it's like you're at a fair here. You know, you gotta hit it with a sledgehammer. Ja, wie will be the Hauptmann? Hans von Fritz. I mean, is that not the most German name you've ever seen? So we've taken Act 1 against the Polish in the German campaign, there is a sandbox, which is we're going to be checking out now because now we get access to the Germans. And we would fight the Russians. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so what do the Germans have? We get to see a little bit of everything. Oh, my God. They have every German super weapon. Those aren't even considered the super weapons. We have the Triflugel in the Hortenho 229 tactical bomber. Oh, large plane that can deploy paratroopers? Yeah, we're doing paratrooper battle. Why? Because it's freaking awesome. Not enough money. Oh, well, let's get rid of one of those so that we can have air support. One air support. Okay, more air support. Now for the Russians, do they have any super... they have the Antonov flying tanks. Oh my God, no. Whoa, what the heck? Dude, look at how big those are. Yeah, we're just gonna have the dirt battle flying stuff. All right, the Wunderwaffe versus the Stahlwaffe, aka the Wonder Planes of the German Air Force here. Look at them, they're actually trying to dogfight, which I'm pretty sure the Gigant, isn't this the Messerschmitt 383? 383? It just said it, but look at that. So they're supposed to be landing, right? So this guy's a transport plane, right? Oh, look at the gunners go. Okay. But I feel like if you're a transport plane, you're supposed to be transporting stuff. Oh, wow. There's actually little guys everywhere. Am I supposed to put something in them? Oh, that guy smashed right into the river. I tell you what, the flying is very interesting. They just rammed each other, and they both destroyed each other. I feel like the Russians should win this one because one of their things was a flying tank. So here's a tank right here, and he specialized in anti-infantry. See that machine gun just crack-a-lack-a-lacking away? This reminds me of Men of War Assault Squad 2. The T-60, well, I guess that's a T-40 tank, but it reminded me of the T-60. Oh, I love the Russians in Men of War Assault Squad 2. They had some of the best light tanks in the game. I'd always like using the T-70 with his little 45mm. And for the Germans, I really like the 222 because they had the 20mm autocannon. There was so much strategy in that game. So let's have an aerial battle like the world has never seen. A large plane that can deploy paratroopers. But why aren't you? Unless you were. Machine gun, no armor. We'll put some of the big boys in there. And we want these Hortenho tactical bombers. Jet fighter planes, the Triebflugels. Now, they actually come from the ground, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty cool. So, oh, not enough money. Okay. Oh, do we have enough money for this? We don't. We're going to take out that then. Because we want the Me-262, the first fighter jet. Oh my God, they got the Sturmtiger. And then they've got the MiG-9 fighter jets in the Ilyushin 2 flying tanks. Oh, the Russians have a little bit better. Okay, it seemed, I forgot about the Triflugels over there. Look at, are they firing lightning bolts? I wish you could change the skybox. It'd be, I bet we could. So they're firing these lightning bolts and I feel like they're disabling planes. That IL-2 looks like it's dizzy and confused, maybe? I was kind of expecting it to crash to the ground. Oh, like that one did. That one crashed into the ground. I feel like he should just explode. But man, there's battles happening off of the map, and the MiG-9 just got confused. Is it gone forever? These Triflugels, man, there's some German wonder weapons. Look at the Hortenho 229, and look at them dropping those bombs. Who are you dropping them on? Oh, I guess there was a tank down there, probably from the Antonov A40, the flying tank. So we have a flying glider tank, and then we have an actual nicknamed flying tank, Ilyushin 2. This guy right here. Haha. Oh my gosh, dude. It's basically like, hey, let's take World War II and then like really let our imaginations go wild. Where are you going, buddy? So who's winning here? Oh, are these guys? Uh-oh. Ooh. A lot of planes are just kind of flying off screen and dying. Now, are you out of ammunition? Oh God, that Hortenho is so fast. Oh, come on, bomb it. Someone bomb that guy. Oh, the Germans wins the Battle of the Wonder Planes. But there's a lot of crazy vehicles, tanks, infantry. There is a KV-2, which is like a giant Russian tank turret on top of a bear. So, plus there's the German Wonder Tank. So if you guys want to see more Total Tank Simulator, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.